I mean, the supply and demand is just set perfectly in a bad way.
Welcome to another episode of Late Night in Japan, where the three of us with rich overseas experience discuss what Japan life is really like. If you want unfiltered, honest information about Japan, you're in the right place. Without further ado, let's get started.
Alright, so today we're diving into a somewhat uncomfortable but interesting topic. Why is the use of adult services in Japan so common? Now, you guys might be thinking, are they really going to talk about this? But okay, stay with me now. There's actually a lot to unpack here. So today we won't be getting into the details of what adult services are because we want to keep this channel PG. But if you really want to know, I'm sure you can find threads on Reddit. So for those interested, seek elsewhere. Now, to start off with some shocking data, 47%, now I looked this up earlier today, but 47% of salaryman in Japan have used adult services before. So roughly 1 in 2 people, which honestly, I know it's pretty shocking. I was pretty shocked when I saw this data. So I guess to get into the topic, my question to you guys is, straight up, why do you think the use of adult services in Japan is so high?
Why? First of all, 47% is a lot.
I know, it's low-key sad.
Well,
Yeah.
it is. And I feel like mid-aged men use these adult services. Do you have any data? Which age group uses these services the most?
Yeah, so I also looked that up too, and 40s and 50s are the majority, which kind of makes sense. That's what I expected. But yeah, so you're right, Tate. Mostly middle-aged men.
Damn.
Wow.
I guess those people, they don't have a lot of action in bed with their partner. So they might as well go to adult fuzoku in Japanese.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
what you do what you need to do. And to be honest, I can't really approve or deny of this, but considering Japan's sexless percentage, fuzoku might be the means of satisfying sexual desire without destroying the family bond.
Damn.
But, still, that's not a fundamental solution. In worst cases, if your wife or your husband finds it out, it just demolishes your relationship. So I don't know how people are capable of it.
So better to go to Fuzoku rather than cheating on someone, right?
I guess
mean-
that's the reason.
And generally in Japanese society, I guess that's the reason. Me personally, it's the same thing, but
Yeah.
I can't really, people have their reasons, so I can't really deny or accept it. So
hmm Yeah. Adding on, sort of what Mike said earlier, but 40s and 50s. I actually found that pretty interesting, but understandable, because all these young Japanese girls all have face individual financial challenges, and the industry itself offers a really efficient way to earn money in a very short time frame. And the people that have the money are going to be the 40s and 50s who've accomplished, have a career. They probably got promoted to some, I don't know, upper management stuff. And if they don't have any excitement in bed, then it's understandable.
oh my god, the ecosystem is so sad.
Yeah.
How money flows.
I mean, the supply and demand is just set perfectly
in a bad way. But yeah, my personal opinion is that these fuzoku-related establishments have become very normalized in Japanese society and the corporate culture, and especially kyabakura, which a lot of businessmen use as venues for socializing and networking. And this isn't prevalent in my company, but I have a lot of friends who have accompanied their superiors or their business partners to those places to create just business relationships. Like, not that they wanted to go, but for business.
Damn.
So, some of my friends, they decide to keep quiet to their partners, to maintain peace. But some are actually pretty open to their partners, and they've had conversations like, what they should do. And what's interesting is like their partners actually, some of them are quite like actually understanding. And they understand it's part of business, Japanese business. So my friend has this rule where if he tells his partner before going to the kyabakura, then the girlfriend's okay with that. But if it's after, if the girlfriend finds out after that he went to kyabakura without telling her, then that's where the conflict occurs.
I see. I mean, not that I support kyabakura, but kyabakura, there is no like sexual act, so it's just you're like accompanying each other, but still, it's like, why is that so common in corporate culture to begin with should be the bigger question.
I know, right?
I'm curious if because I mean, I assume it's not like this in other countries. I'm pretty sure it's a Japanese only thing. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's something similar in Korea, because I know Korea also has a big, drinking culture, so there could be similarities there. But I don't know. Let us know in the comments.
Very interested.
Kind of adding on to corporate not drinking parties, but people forced to go to kyabakura with their workplace boss. I feel like things are starting to change because there's a alternation of generations. So mid-aged people are in like 5 years. They're not gonna quit, but they're gonna taishoku. And the people who like kyabakura and fuzoku will not be in corporate. So maybe the way people think might change. I hope it changes in a good way. But
So-
as for now, we still have that sad ecosystem flowing.
I feel like it will, like you said, I feel like it will go down. The rate will go down. Because like when I picture myself becoming a boss like 20 years from now, I'm not going to be that guy, taking my subordinates to the kyabakura. Like, that's just nonsense. Like, there's no way. So I feel like the younger generation doesn't use, those services as much as the 40s and 50s. So when that like generation change comes, I feel like it could alter the results.
Yeah, once Gen Z takes over.
All right, yeah. So to wrap things up, in other words, Japan's pretty cooked in this aspect. It's pretty sad, honestly. I mean, I know I shouldn't judge, what people do in their private time, but how common the usage of adult services in Japan is very concerning. And yeah, nevertheless, I hope today's video was educational and somewhat informative. So yeah, let us know in the comments what you guys think, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. And also how you like